I was starting to explain to our guest, Secretary O'Connell, what we're up to, but welcome everybody to our inaugural seminar on government and the marketplace. Chris Basso and I have been thinking about this and talking about it. How could we talk broadly about regulation, which is something I'm very interested in, and government, which I'm also interested in. We both are. Chris is the political science guru here. And what role should government play in the marketplace? Should it play any role, some role, big role? How can it be effective? And that seemed to us to be a very big question that's hard to wrap your arms around. So how could we talk about it in a way that would be interesting to people but raise sort of the big issues? So we talked about setting up a seminar series that would take some kind of case examples and then see whether we could extrapolate some general principles from that about whether, how, to what extent government should participate in the marketplace. And we have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 seminars. This is our first, and we thought we would start with fostering economic development. How does government do that? Is that a good thing for it to do, not a good thing for it to do? But through the example that we decided to pick, using the Massachusetts film tax credit. Controversial, it's got issues on either side. We have 2 people here who know a lot about it, so we thought that that would be a good place to start. Dan O'Connell, here in the yellow tie, is President and CEO of the Mass Competitive Partnership, which is a public policy group made up of the CEOs of the largest private employers in Massachusetts. I liken it to what we used to call the vault, because the vault was a place where the senior executives in Massachusetts used to meet. It was in a bank, and tried to talk about issues that affected the economy and the community in Massachusetts because it affected their businesses and how could they make it better. Prior to that, Dan was my boss. He was Secretary of Housing and Economic Development for the Commonwealth for 2 years. And when I first started to talk to him about maybe we should do auto insurance reform, he got it right away. He's a great supporter. He's had a lot of experience in both the public and the private sector, and he was the Patrick administration's person in charge of the film tax credit and has lots of views about that. Peter Enrich, to his left, our own Peter Enrich from the law school here, is a professor here and has written actually a lot about the issue of using tax policy at the state and local level to accomplish various governmental objectives. Is that a good thing, not a good thing? How should it be done? And he's taken a case to the United States Supreme Court. I don't actually know where it is now. I know it's back to the lower court. Dead? Dead. Anyway, certainly an expert on this subject. Because there are diametrically opposed views here, I think, we needed a moderator, and who better than our own Bluestone, who has written lots and lots about the issue of the government involved in the marketplace. He's a professor of political economy and has written a lot about it. He is the dean of the School of Public Policy and the director of the Dukakis Center, founding director of the Dukakis Center. If you want data, Barry's your guy. And he's going to moderate this, and I'm going to turn it over to him.